Hey everyone, this is Category King bringing you TokuTime episode 5. This time we're going to be reviewing the combo change figure for TaToBa. And I guess before we get started, I just thought it would be kind of a fun idea. You can see right here the two cell medals that I had in the last video I have stacked up here. And as I continue to get items that have the core and cell medals in them, I'm going to keep stacking them up. Because as you guys know from the show, the medals are from human greed, and thought it'd be fun to just keep piling up all the medals to see how greedy I am. But anyway, getting to the figure itself, first off, there's a little advertisement that came inside. Not that it's really important, just shows the different products that are out right now. Like here's a candy toy and the capsule toys and all that stuff. It's kind of hard to see, especially with this camera, but it's obviously not that important. And then there's the actual instructions inside. That's pretty simple. It just shows there's the 3 parts, and they all snap together. And then there's the button in the back that pops them all apart when you need to switch them out. It shows how he connects to the TokuTime just from his foot there. It just snaps in. I'll show you guys that. And then he also has the TaToBa and the OOO scanner that come with him as well, and they show the claws come out and how the feet turn into those like grasshopper feet. So anyway, enough of the instructions. Here is the figure itself. As you can see, it's all broken apart, and why don't I open it up? Okay, so we have the head, which is pretty cool that the head actually can move around, so it's not just, I figured it would just kind of be stuck in place, but you can kind of position him however you want. And I'm not sure why there's a hole in the top of his head. It looks like you could stick something in there, but I'm not sure what. Maybe something with, when he gets an upgraded form, maybe he gets some extra parts that you could add on, I don't know. But either that or they just randomly put a hole in the top of his head, I don't know. But there's his head, and next are the arms, and as you guys can see, there's the button in the back that they showed in the instructions that splits them apart, and the legs, and the legs obviously do that whole grasshopper thing. I'll show you that in a minute. One thing that I do find odd about this, though, is you can see here's the metal scanner here, the OOO scanner, but they give you another one that he can hold, but there's quite a size difference between them. Oh, there we go, it fell out so I can show you. So obviously there's quite the size difference, so it doesn't look like this one even comes off either. So I guess if you don't want him to be posed in a way you can see two, you just kind of have to put him to the side where you can't see it. But I guess obviously he wouldn't be able to hold that. I don't know. I guess it's all about proportions and everything. But he also has the TaToBa. But first off, let's stick him together. So it just snaps right in. And I guess I should lift this up again. So here is TaToBa all together. And I think he is a really cool figure. He has a lot of I don't know what you want to call it. He can move around a lot, and you can pose him in a lot of different positions, as opposed to some figures that I've bought in the past that they just they don't have that much motion to them, or if they do, I just don't really have much. It's not really that easy to pose them for some reason. But this one, I really do like it a lot. So, like I said, there's the claws that come out. And so there's him with his claws out, and his hands move. And what's cool about the hands too is that the fingers are split. So I guess if he had some kind of gun or something, you could have his fingers on the trigger. So, you know, that gives him more as far as what he can do as far as holding things. But claws and the feet, what you do with these is you have to actually, it's kind of awkward, you twist his feet around, and then these kind of come out, and then the feet just kind of go to the back of the leg. Just kind of looks very odd, but I guess after seeing some final form rides, I guess this isn't really anything big. The only downside to this is he will not stand up at all like this, so unless someone's figured out some way to get him to stand, I don't think he will. It's just really unstable, but I really think this looks pretty awkward, so I don't think I'd ever want to have him pose in that position anyway. So obviously those just kind of flip back down, and you can twist his feet back, and that's pretty much all there is to say about him. The driver itself doesn't move, and nothing else really moves on him either. So, I mean, he is a really nice figure, but I guess there's really not much else to say about him. So, I guess it'll be more exciting once I start collecting the other ones, so we can do some pieces swapping out, like Kamakiri in here. But I guess the only thing left to do is just show you when you press the button, it doesn't really like shoot the pieces out like I was thinking maybe it might just shoot them out, but it just kind of just detaches them. So it's not something like his head's going to go flying somewhere. But that's really all there is to say about him, like I said. So I think he's a pretty cool figure, and if you're into collecting figures like this, this is definitely the way to go. I saw there's another figure that doesn't look anywhere near as nice as this, and they obviously don't do that whole form change. So, oh, I almost forgot. I wanted to show you guys with the Taka Candroid, so why don't we do that real fast. What am I doing wrong here? There we go. Okay, it's obviously not anything special, but they just show that the pegs in his feet will go onto the peg on there, and can just kind of, let me get him in some kind of, there we go, just kind of get him in some kind of position there, but it's not really anything special. I mean, you could easily just stand him on it, but I guess with that peg it kind of keeps him in place if you wanted to, well, not keep him in place very well, but you know what I mean. He'll at least kind of stay where you want him, I guess, and stand up without having too much difficulty. It's kind of hard to do one-handed. Okay, there. Alright, so there's TaToBa and everything he does. And I can't remember, I want to say that these only come every other month. I can't remember when I know I saw a list of stuff coming out till like December, so I might not have one next month if there isn't one to review, but I will be buying every one of these figures, and we can, I knew that was going to happen, and we can see all the different forms and all that fun stuff. So anyway, that's it for this video. Next up will be the Meta Jalibur, so stay tuned for that, and thanks for watching, you guys.